Hello, hello, hello. I don't think this is working. I'm not sure. It may be. It sound like it is. All right, let me turn this up. I'm testing this StreamYard to run on Instagram, and I'm hoping it works. If anybody sees me on Instagram, please let me know. And there we go. I think this is working. So now I am going to hit on. Let me move this thing down, son. It's all on my face. You guys can't see me. Okay, so looks like TikTok is asking me for my date of birth. So this is why I came on a little early, because I knew I might have some technical things. It's making me. I did not know I had to do all of this. Put this on my face. Facial age recognition. I gotta do this. It says move closer. Let me hold it. Hold this up. It's asking for facial recognition. Okay, so this is my first TikTok live. My very first TikTok live. Y'all gotta excuse my mess in the background. I am trying to redecorate my office. It's a mess. And I'm not even sure if this microphone is working. I really hope it is. Can you hear me? Let me know. Anybody on Instagram or on my Facebook or StreamYard, if you are having a hard time hearing me. It depends. I have a course right now for medical billing and revenue cycle management. And it depends if you're looking for a certification. I don't do certifications yet. I'm still doing my test for my AAPC instructor license so that I can offer certifications. But if you just need to learn to help you with like your business or your job or things like that, then I have a course for you. And I have it. It's on sale right now. I believe it's $397. So just DM me with what with your questions and what you're looking for. Thank you, TikTok. What a welcome. Oh my gosh, I have so many people in here. I did not expect this many people to jump on that quick. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Hello. I have been gone for a while, you guys, and I'm so sorry that I've been gone for so long. And I've been gone because, I was having some health issues, and I couldn't function. I just couldn't function doing the lives and running business and things like that, like I normally was, because I'm usually a high functioning person. But I just got sick. My health I needed a break. I think I kind of just overworked myself. Didn't mean to. I was trying not to, but I did. And I ended up getting sick behind it. So, and so much has happened during that time. I feel so much better. Except I got a cold now. I caught my husband's cold, and it's progressing. And but I wanted to stop in to answer some TikTok questions I had, and just to say hi to you guys and how much I really appreciate you guys. These last couple years, building this medical billing business and educating people has been such a journey. And I really love you guys, and I appreciate um, all of my followers and everything that you help whenever you show up, and your questions and your likes and your comments. I really appreciate it, and thank you so very much. And thank you so much, Zahara. That I really enjoy. I really appreciate that. Um, so one of the questions is, how can you obtain clients? I have a video. If you go down, I have a video in Instagram and in my medical billing, your medical billing mentor Facebook group. You can hit my profile and go to my I forget what it's called, my little link there that takes you to all of my sites, and it'll take you to the Facebook your medical billing mentor group, and you can join there. And there's a lot of information in that group, and there's videos and everything in there for you to look at, and there's files and different things, and you can post questions and join the chat. And I'm always very active in there. So today's topic is more so, it's more of like an update on me, and it's answering whatever questions come up. I had one question on TikTok by A. That was her profile name. I didn't see any other name for her, so we'll just call her A. Go him or her. I'm assuming it's a her, but the initial is A. And her question was, how do you use Microsoft Office to keep yourself organized with all that you do in medical billing? So for me, and I wish I was savvy enough to be able to post her comment up in the screen, but I'm not just yet. I'll figure it out one day. So this thing is, I'm not used to this being in my face. I might have to figure another way to utilize this. So anyway, I use Microsoft Office many different ways when it comes to organizing myself as a medical biller. I use Microsoft Office to create all of my notes in. So if I'm having an issue with an insurance carrier and I want to create a plan around what the issue is, what I need to do to fix it, examples of the patients. It's asking me to swipe right. Now it's telling me to swipe left. I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, thank you, Jer. I appreciate that. So I utilize it to make plans for how I'm going to deal with different issues and trends that I find with my insurances, and how I'm going to fix them. I put snapshots in there of, pictures and pictures of, the patients that I used as examples that had the issue within there, but I don't share that information with anybody. That's my information. It's just for my notation that I can speak to when I bring the issue to my higher ups. And so that's how I use Word. I use Excel a lot for pulling reports and working on accounts, especially old accounts. I pull those reports and I'll put notations in there as to what is wrong with each individual patient, because not all patients have the same issue. It could be something totally different with another patient that hasn't gotten paid. It could be that they're not eligible. It could be that the member number is wrong. It could be that you're sending it to the wrong insurance. It should be going to a whole nother payer ID electronically. It could be so many different things. It could be just that they want additional information from you for the patient. So you have to be able to understand that and put it in your notes. Just put it in your notes so you can always go back. Some people like to color code their spreadsheets, especially if they're grouping them all together. Some people like to color code them, like I got one the other day from one of my clients, and it was color coded, and like yellow was it needed to be done immediately. Red was major issues. Um, and then there was green and another color. I can't remember at this point what they did, but that she put a key within the spreadsheet so that and what each color meant, so that I would understand what each color meant. And so if you're going to do color coding and things like that, it's important to keep a key, because you want people to understand what you're saying. Thank you so much. Happy Sunday to you too. So that's how I utilize Excel. PowerPoint, I utilize that to make presentations for my providers. If I have to educate my providers to get them to understand why I'm doing certain things or why I'm asking them for certain things, and or helping them to understand their billing, that's what I use PowerPoint for, and I do presentations for providers. This helps in educating them, and it's something that you should try to do if you're in business, especially with a larger group. You should try to do that like at least quarterly or at least every 6 months, to educate your provider on their revenue cycle and any issues that you found and fixed, because they really don't know what you're doing unless you tell them. So one of the other things I let me see. I utilize PowerPoint for, if you're teaching, of course, I use PowerPoint to teach all the time. And I think that's all of the Microsoft Office documents that I utilize in my daily work as a medical bill or revenue cycle manager. So I really hope that helps somebody. I'm quite sure. Oh gosh, my thing went out. I'm quite sure that everybody has used these before, but some people just need a little help on understanding how they should use it. One of the other things too, when you're using Microsoft Office, if you're utilizing it in a way where you're you're utilizing it to inform your higher ups, sometimes they like you to formulate things a certain way. So find out how they like you to formulate it, to send it to them. Some people like, I can't remember the name of this thing. I wish I could remember the name of it, but it's a certain way that some organizations want you to let them know when there's an issue, and you have to fill out this form a certain way. I've utilized it a couple times, but it's not something I do all the time, and it's not something I use in my business. It's something that I did when I worked at a larger organization, a large hospital, kind of thing. So yeah, that's about it on how I utilize Microsoft Office to assist me in my medical billing. And it really is the best thing to use. I mean, some people like to use um, other things that they have on like their MacBook or other notating systems, but Microsoft Office is the largest and most well known and the easiest to utilize, and that's the one that I use. So I really can't speak to anything else. Some other topics I wanted to just cover and just talk about was like, where have I been? I had to take some time off, like I told you earlier. I just really burnt myself out and I needed help. I needed to take time off. And I needed to take time off, not just mentally, but just to get my health together. I was having a lot of issues between my treatment with my sarcoidosis and my diabetes and my blood pressure. And as you notice, I'm wearing these weird gloves. If you see me put my hands up, like in between changing my treatment for my sarcoidosis, I had to switch from one medication to another, and there was a gap in between it because I had to get authorization. Well, my body reacted to not having the medication, and I got palm eczema, really bad palm eczema. So now I treat it by keeping my hands moisturized and keeping gloves on them. It was really bad at one time, but I've managed to get it to a point where it's smoothed out, and it seems like now that I'm on the new medication, it's starting to make the hand palm eczema go away, and I've gotten it to a point where it still gets dry and itchy, but it's not as bad as it was. I mean, like my hands was so cracked. It was so painful. And they gave me this silly cream to put on it, and the cream didn't do anything but thin my skin. So then it was not only cracking, it was tearing and it was burning and it was stinging and it was so bad. But now all I do is I put CeraVe anti-itch on it, and I put castor oil on it to keep it moisturized, and I use these gel gloves. They have the ones with the fingers out, and then they have the ones that you sleep in at night that cover your whole hand, and you put your lotion and your oil in it and you sleep with it, and it helps to moisturize your hand and slosh off all of the dead cracked skin. And I love it. Oh, it helped me so much because I was really in pain. It was so bad at one point I couldn't even type because I couldn't close my hands. It was that bad. But things are better now, and I'm doing a lot better when it comes to that. So next I wanted to talk about how business is going. So when I left, I had lost several doctors for one reason or another. It wasn't all bad. It wasn't that I did anything wrong. People just made their decisions to leave for whatever decisions um that they had. And so I was down to like maybe one doctor, and that was all right because being that I was sick, it really worked out because one doctor was all I could manage at that time with going through what I was going through. So I'm telling you, it was like God must have spoke it, and he spoke it at the right time for me, because uh I really was struggling to stay afloat when it came to my work. So since then, I've had a couple little jobs here and there that I've performed, um, but not much because it was really hard. The fatigue, I really couldn't do it. So I think last month, December, I signed on my first large practice, and which actually went into clinic mode. and during the time that I signed on, and I've been cleaning up their billing and acting as their revenue cycle manager, just helping them to clean up their revenue, put SOPs in place and things like that. It was sad because this person was actually making about 600K a year. And because she had bad billers, it brought her business down to about 400K a year or less. So she lost a lot of money because the persons that had done her billing, they were just doing billing. They were just billing it out the door. They weren't doing any follow-up. They wasn't working any issues. If money didn't come in, they didn't check to see if maybe they needed to resend the claim out, if the claim was even received or what was going on. And it caused her to lose a lot of money. At one point, she had a really good biller, but the biller started to get bogged down with new business. So for me, this is what I say, because when you're a medical biller or a medical billing agency, you represent all medical billers. That's how I see it. And when you do things that cause a doctor money or cause a bad relationship with a provider, that reflects on all of us, because providers already are suspect of us. They already don't trust us. It's hard to build a relationship with us. So with them, because they don't trust us. So if you're going to be a medical biller, you have to represent all medical billing. And if you don't know certain things, just ask somebody. It's so much easier now with the internet to ask questions about issues. Make sure you use your support desk. I use my support desk on a regular to learn certain things. And especially when you do billing like I do, I don't utilize my own software. I learn and utilize the software of the provider. It's easy for me because I am a systems manager. So um, I like learning new systems. Most of them, it's the same system. It just looks different, and you may have to move around in there different. But it's the same system. It's still doing the same thing. It's still giving you the same information. You just have to figure out where to put it. And so I'm really liking this client that I have. Um, I'm not gonna lie, she's like my dream client, really. We get along. She understands what I'm saying to her, and she doesn't mind just letting me go and letting me do what I need to do to fix issues that she has. She just likes me to keep her abreast of everything. So we have like weekly Friday meetings where we talk about what's happened during the week. So like I said, she is now a clinic. She has 15 doctors right now. She had upwards of 30 doctors, but I'm hoping to try and get her to the point where I want to get her past $30, and I want to get her to be a $1 million practice. And so right now, like I said, I'm just cleaning up all of her old AR, but I'm also billing out her new AR, and I'm fixing any insurance issues that she has with providers, and I'm working with provider reps to assist me in that. And I really love what I'm doing for her, and she is full revenue cycle. So not only am I doing the billing, I'm also, making sure that her revenue cycle is running smoothly. And I'm also interacting with the providers, especially when it comes to them making sure that they close their notes, and making sure that if they're using the wrong CPT codes or diagnosis codes because it's causing issues at the clearinghouse, I'm informing them of that. So I educate the doctors as well on the billing And I let them know that if you don't close your notes and if you don't use the proper codes and you don't fix them and things like that, it causes revenue to backlog. And when you cause revenue to backlog, you a lot of times doctors may think, or providers, therapists may think that, oh well, I didn't bill, I'm not going to get paid for that. But when you're in a large organization, in like a clinic, things like that, not getting paid doesn't just affect you. It affects the biller, it affects the front end person, it affects the bills getting paid, it affects the different systems that you use that you have to pay, and it also affects the overall, just the running of the practice. So closing your notes is extremely important when you're a provider with a larger practice. And you have to support each other. You have to understand that not closing your notes and causing revenue loss affects everybody and everything. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, I'm really happy though right now. Business is going well for me. I still have one other practice. I've been with her for almost a year now, and I'm helping her to grow as well. She's growing a little slower, which is okay because that's what I need. She's at a good pace for me. And I still take on small side jobs for other people, doing some consulting things. I still do some per hour trainings, helping people to fix issues that they have, things like that. So one of the other things that is happening is I'm working on changing up Blossom. My focus is going to be mostly on education. um I am I have and I am looking for people to assist me with the doctors that I have when it comes to front end work, and also some back end work. I have one person I have hired, and I'm looking for a mentee to help with some of the other things in billing that takes up my time and I really don't have time for, like checking eligibility, contacting patients who show up and their insurance is not correct. So you're calling them to get the correct insurance. You're calling them to fill out their forms in the portal. You're resetting up appointments for them, and either calling them for self-pay balances, reminding them to pay their copay before their visit, and different things like that. Mostly the eligibility, making sure everybody insurance is good, and making sure that they are utilizing the portal and different things to make their self-pay in a timely manner. And I'm looking for an intern to do that. And that's one of the reasons why I was reaching out to AAPC instructors, because I know they have a lot of students who need the experience. And I really want to grow this into, I'm sorry, somebody's calling me. I really want to grow this into something that I do more of, because I want to give people that experience that they need, because that's one of the biggest complaints that I get, is that after getting their degree or in their certification, they have a hard time finding a job because they have no experience. And that's the monster, is the no experience. And I want to help with that. So I'm going to try my best to figure out more ways to assist new and upcoming medical billers on getting the experience that they need, for for looking for a job and getting hired. And so I hit the hiring part, and I have some upcoming courses that I'm going to be making. Still working on the revenue cycle one. It's done. It just needs to be edited and put up. I could not edit it, so I'm still working on that. I have hired a part-time VA that is helping me get things together, and they are working on editing the revenue cycle course. So it should be up in a couple weeks. And I'm working on a couple other recordings. I already have the outlines and the PowerPoints and things like that. It just needs the recording. So you're going to be seeing more stuff hitting this year, more courses and more teaching and things like that. So just keep an eye out. I am trying, I am uh, creating a calendar for more consistency, because I want to be more consistent on being out here for you guys, answering your questions. And I really, 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 really appreciate you guys. I can't believe this, but I got 132 hearts on TikTok. And this is my first time on here. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, TikTok. Thank you so much for showing up for me. I appreciate it. I really do. Oh, it says it's a popular live. Oh, okay. I'm shocked. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And I look forward to coming back. I'll try and make this a regular thing, especially on TikTok. So look for me every Sunday in February and after. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much and have a great evening. Bye bye.